I'm standing on Government Street. Behind me, on the southeastern corner of Chatham, once stood one of the grandest mansions in the state of Alabama. It was built in 1859 in an Italian villa style by a Boston native named Charles Gage. Charles Gage and his family made a fortune in importing ice to the South. In fact, their company supplied ice from South Carolina to Texas, and his offices were here in Mobile. The house cost an estimated $110,000, which today would equate to about $3.5 million. To say it was spectacular is an understatement. The second floor had 6 bedrooms, and the top floor with a tower had a 7th bedroom. There was a wonderful spiral staircase leading downstairs with a stained glass dome above it. The marble mantelpieces were spectacular. Well, Mr. Gage died in 1868, and his widow sold it to a very prominent physician here named Gage-Ketchum. Gage-Ketchum would later own the Bienville Waterworks, and he was honored with the fountain in Bienville Square in 1890. He and his wife traveled extensively and filled it with beautiful antiques and artwork, and at his death in 1908 he left everything to his only daughter, Georgia. Georgia by that point was a widow. She had married one of the Gage family members. The fortune had kind of petered out. Her husband, who had been one of the members of the Gage family, had gone through what money he had. The ice business had changed. No one was cutting ice from New England ponds anymore. They were manufacturing it. Dr. Ketchum's fortune was about gone too. She died in 1919, leaving the estate was basically bankrupt. Her only child, George Ketchum Gage, had never worked a day in his life and had no intention of doing so. So he started selling off all the beautiful artwork and treasures his grandfather had filled the house with over the years. And when the house was completely empty, he walked away, moved into a boarding house over on St. Joseph Street, and let the house go to ruin. Vandals broke in, they vandalized and tore up the mantelpieces, tore up the floors. Finally, in 1929, the house was foreclosed upon, and at auction it sold for a little over $20,000. The new owner told a reporter that he planned to convert it into an apartment building. Before he could even get started, someone set the house ablaze and there was nothing left. The corner remained vacant for nearly 30 years before a church purchased it and built their sanctuary on it. A church still stands on that corner.